I am indeed late because I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I leveled up my druid to level 5, so now I can bite my enemies to death with acid damage. I never wash my teeth. That's how the acid damage comes in. It's lovely. It's lovely. We're playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic today, and I'm taking care of inventory. Unfortunately, I'm also rendering a video right now. So 12 minutes to go. Sorry. I will be even later than normal, Harry. Welcome to the stream, though. But I will be starting presently. That's the correct usage of the word. I know, Harry. Welcome on in. Hey Azor, welcome to the stream. How was Carnival? It's a very European style holiday. I have no idea how it was. I don't celebrate anything. I'm pissed about Ellen War, says Harry. The game keeps crashing. Oh yeah, that sucks. Out of memory error during cutscenes. It's an old game. I mean, the games of that age, they don't work well. They were designed for Windows XP. You don't have Carnival in Romania? It didn't work. Nice. Played Neo 2 all day, says Azor. Nice. I'm still rendering a video. Sorry. I'm gonna be 9 minutes still to go. Exiled Fury, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late today. Nah, I didn't have my day off, Azor. Oh, you weekend public party, says Harry. Nice, that sounds interesting. Curly Bear, welcome to the stream. I'm a little bit late. I'm sorry. Don't worry, Azor. It's fine. I'm working from home, so it's basically I'm just doing work. Same old. Still doing weights at home. Nice. Gym's still closed in Portugal, probably until April. Yeah, most likely. I don't do any exercise. I am terrible. So it is 11. It is o'clock. I'm just finishing this thing. We can show my face. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I don't know. I didn't do that before. Just looking at my premiere over here. Zingster, welcome to the stream. What happened? All your bays. Ah, you did fuck up. How can you do that? Zingster, how can you do that? I know. It is me. I'm rendering a video. I can't launch the game. I mean, I can, but I can't record it at the same time. So we're just hanging out a little bit for 5-6 more minutes. I'm rendering tomorrow's Yaga. And today we're going to be playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And I could have soundtrack as well. I could, let's see what I can do over here for a little bit of soundtrack. Let's see what we can do. I don't think there is much in the way of non-lyric songs of artists that I know of. Do we have any Star Wars from Miracle of Sound, I wonder? I don't know. Anyway, we're not doing that. So yeah, I'm rendering a video. I'm a little bit late today because I was playing some Dungeons and Dragons that got delayed from last weekend until today. Last Kingdom Season 4 yesterday. I'm still in the first season. I need to go back to that show because I only watched the first season. It's really good. It's really fun. Gotta show off your own music. I do have some recorded versions of my own music, but it's really badly recorded. It's really rubbish. It is bad recordings from people that should feel bad about themselves, and I'm pretty sure they do. They just, I don't talk to them anymore. Not the band people, the people who recorded that crap. That was like, it's expensive recording stuff. So basically, yeah, it's expensive recording music. And so yeah, I don't show anything because it's really poor. It's like really garage band level style recording. Season 3 is the best I got. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so basically all I do right now is all just playing for myself and all that. And I'm not good enough to be like an entertainer. One day I'll play a little on camera, but I'm not good enough to be like let's just stay here for an hour and meet jamming or something. I can play with other people, but as for myself and make it a show, it's very complicated. And also, I'm not 100% sure how much practice do I get done. At least 5 minutes a day. That's important. Some days I don't do 5 minutes, but I compensate on other days doing like an hour or something. Yeah, I try to play at least 5 minutes a day, and usually that goes on for like 20 minutes, half an hour. This is how our carnival looked. Liek, says Harry. Let's see. That is that's about right. That looks about right. Other than this, we didn't get anything else. Yeah, I don't think we did many celebrations here in Portugal. Everything is still locked down. Yeah, so you know how it is with music. It's complicated. If I were a piano player, maybe I could do something. But then even if I were a piano player, I would still have to sing over it a little. Nah, not really. I don't know, to make it a show. What I'm saying is like with a piano, just by yourself, you can make the whole song. With a guitar, it's kind of difficult, kind of different. Especially with an electric guitar, you can just play the electric guitar by itself. I mean, you can, but it's different. Only people who like to listen to just the electric guitar can get a kick out of it. Otherwise, you need the band. You need the bass guitar from behind and the drums and all that. It's nice to know how to sing or play an instrument. Yeah. I don't know how to sing. I mean, I have an idea how to sing, but I don't have practice. It's important to get a lot of practice if you want to get better, and not just stay at the same level of proficiency. I'm already at a certain level that I'm okay with in terms of proficiency. Now, I've been doing that for years now, just sort of like improving. The render is about to be done. Improving certain aspects. The problem with like for the electric guitar, a lot of the really difficult stuff is very diminishing returns in terms of like really fast solos and shredding, or really complicated harmonizations and all that sort of stuff. That's only for people who like really get a lot out of music, because what's the point in having that if you're not gonna really get anything out of it? For me, playing is just for my own fun. So yeah, the musical ideas that I have in my head, I can get them out, and that's all that I need. After that, it's like, for example, for the last 3 months, I've been focusing on right hand consistency, so the sort of the chugga chugga, and just the speed of the downstroke. I know that's exactly what it is. You know what that means. Not the proverbial one, the guitar one, the chugga chugga. So I've been that exactly. That's the motion. I've been focusing on that a lot, and it's easy to see. It's easy to see improvements because I never focused on it. So after 3 months of focusing on that, like, yeah, as I said, at least 5 minutes a day, I get up to 100. I'm at 120. No, controlled. I am at 110 BPM downstroke, eighth notes, I believe. That's how it would be. And the render is done. We can play Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. I don't know why I'm pronouncing it like that. Let's start. Oh, OBS is already running. Because I got everything done. It's recording. Have you watched I Dream of Jenny? I have not watched anything. I wish I had a passion to learn an instrument, the same passion I have to gym. There's some instruments that are easier than others. I think the bass guitar is probably the easiest instrument to start with, and if you have a band, like if you play the bass guitar, you're gonna have a band. It's easy because nobody plays the bass guitar, and you should play the bass guitar. It's a lot of fun, and it's easy to learn. Well, it's easy to get started with, and it's also something that even though it takes a long time to master, you can focus on your own style. Where is Knights of the Old Republic? There it is. We're launching the game, fellas. Folks, let's do this thing. Wait, I forgot about sound. Sorry about that. Because it's all weird. Oh God, this game is weird. This game is weird. Okay, put that over here. That's lovely. And now let's hope that it didn't crash or did anything weird. But in terms of musical instruments, like, nah, everything is fine. Let's go. Let's go live. What I really want to have is it's not really the instruments side of things. That's not the hard part, I feel. I mean, if you like playing an instrument, then yeah. But like, I think where it's really hard, even for people who do play an instrument, is having a musical sort of persona. Somebody who, you know, it's all right to play an instrument. It's a completely different thing to have something to express with that instrument, and it takes a while to grow that. So if you have that as an education from a young kid, because you learn to play an instrument as a kid, then you can develop that a little. But as a grown up, you need to to start that journey. It takes a long while. So we're taking care of items. And so the start of the stream, not only is it late, but it's also boring. So welcome on in, everybody. My passion for the gym is being tested, though, with being closed and all, says Azor. Yeah, I can imagine that. Show business was cool. This one is from almost 6 years ago. Says Ari. Sometimes you won't have the passion until you just start doing things. Yeah, I think that it's a lot of partying right there. I think that the big thing The big thing is having people to share your music with. And if you have a goal, like having a band is really complicated. It is really complicated because it's a complicated thing to do, music, and it's financially stressful because it's very expensive, and it, getting money from a band is very difficult. So having everybody aligned in terms of the same objectives can be a problem. And that's why as a kid it's a lot easier to just get in a band and just do whatever and have fun. Because you're a kid, you don't need to have goals or targets or anything. But as an adult, as long as everybody's in the same page, getting a band is really, really powerful. And you don't need to have like a full. It depends on what kind of music you play, but you don't need to have all the instruments even. Or a singer. You can get by without a bass guitar or a drummer. You can like, for example, right now it's just me and the drummer, and that's it. And he sings a little bit, and I play the bass a little bit, and that's it. He plays the bass a little bit as well. And it works well enough. We have fun. I mean, we don't have fun because COVID, but we had fun before COVID. The fingers shake too much from whiskey and stuff to be able to play an instrument, says Harry. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. It's overrated. Like, seriously, every time I try to go for a little bit more of a bluesy feel on the guitar, I don't play blues, as we have talked about it before. I don't play blues, but every time I'm like learning a little bit of blues, I can feel all of the precision and all of like any sense of intentionality going completely away from my fingers. It doesn't matter. It's all about the feel. And if you have it's not about, like, basically what I mean is you can be sloppy when you play an instrument, and I imagine that's the same for piano, but it certainly is for the guitar. You can be absolutely sloppy. Shaking fingers, I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but yeah, you can do it. I have an essential tremor, says Zingster. Shit is so annoying. Once you get going things, it doesn't seem to affect things. I don't know the name. There's a bass guitar teacher on YouTube, and he has a bass guitar. Tom Scott? Not Tom Scott. Oh, I don't actually know the name of the... It's not Tom Scott. It's basically a huge bass guitar channel. It's not the biggest, because, that's Davey 5.0, but it's a really big, like, serious bass guitar channel for bass guitar players. And he's got a thing in his hand. My hands aren't very steady either, and I got chubby fingers as well, which makes it... There's proper guitars for people like me. There's guitars that are a little bit wider. I don't use them, but there's guitars made for people with chubby fingers. You can get instruments that fit your needs. But as long as, I mean, there's players that don't even have 5 fingers in a hand and do it. There's always ways to do it, but he's got that teacher. He plays phenomenally on the bass guitar, and he plays the guitar as well. He's got a thing that basically makes his hand do this, and I'm trying to imitate more or less what it is, and it's worse than what I'm doing right now. Because he doesn't control the nerves as well, and the hand just does things that he doesn't want it to do without him doing anything. But if he touches the hand, it stops. And he found out that for himself, that works. For other people, it doesn't work. But what he does is he puts a glove on, and it alleviates a lot of that symptom for him. But he says that he played for a long time without that glove, without knowing about the glove, so it was a struggle for him, and he actually had to play for a year or something. The guy that wears gloves, absolutely, Zingster, that's the one. He only wears the one glove, I believe, the one on his left hand. But that's because of a thing. There's a video where he explains why he does that. But there's music is more about... It's not about the technical stuff. That's why I don't really care for like getting really fast. I do like music that is very technical. But it doesn't matter. I'm fine with it. I'm just, like, seriously, I can play the slowest thing and just have like biggest kick out of it, and that's it. Like, it doesn't matter. One thing I love to do is just get songs that I like and just mimic the voice line with a guitar and just sort of solo over it as the song plays, and I like to do that a lot. I just have a lot of fun with it. Like, seriously, I bought this guitar that I have behind me. I showed you before. That green guitar that's behind me? Oh, you can only see the headstock over here. I bought this thing. It's lovely. It's amazing. I love it so much. It's not a big brand guitar or anything, but it's a 7-string guitar, and it's pretty cool. And it's got EMG pickups, so that's pretty awesome as well. It sounds amazing. But I bought this thing with money that I had saved up to buy a new generation console. And then I saw that the games were all bad, and nobody could buy the consoles anyway. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself the guitar that I've been wanting. Let me tell you, I've had a lot of... I like it. I like the color Exile Fury. Thank you. There's a lot of... I've had a lot of fun with that thing. Much more than the stupid consoles. And it's a lot cheaper as well, because a pack of strings costs me... 7 strings cost me like $7. €7. I have 2 packs over there. I haven't, yeah, I have 2 packs over there that I ordered. Do I? Or is it 4? I don't know. Either way, I have some packs over there. I haven't had to change the strings yet. Cheap strings. I bought, yeah. You can get good deals. I use the Dario. No, I use Ernie's ball. Wait a minute, let me go and check. I don't actually know what I have. I'll go in G. Bass strings cost a lot more, yeah. A lot more. I do use the Dario. No, sorry, Ernie's ball. But I didn't buy Ernie's ball for the 7-string. I bought Labella. Which is weird. I haven't used them yet because I'm using the Dario ones that came with the guitar. They have like 4 months. They can still go for up until summer, probably. Are they standard gauge? I don't know. They're heavy bottom. I always go for heavy bottom because I like the added tension for the sorry, I have a blanket on my legs and I'm just positioning myself. I like the added tension on the lower strings. So yeah, these are 7-string. They're 64. They're 1064 instead of 1059. I think 50. I don't actually know what gauge that thing comes with. I have to see. But it's just the strings that came with the guitar because I bought it in September or something. Anyway, what we are taking care of inventory, as I was saying, and I'm gonna be making some upgrades, and we have a lot of things to do. And I'm gonna put my camera over here so that you can see all of the stuff. So, this is the team that we're going to be playing with, by the way. Proper good armor over here. And this is... What is this? Shield. It shows over there. The shield is... Oh, we can only use one shield. Interesting. There's no infinite shield, though. Yeah, they kind of suck. But they're only for droids, which is kind of interesting. Energy and electric of 100 points. Yeah, let's go with the best one that we have, because that's good enough. Let's also look at the weapon that he's going to use. So he's specialized in feats. Yes. Blaster rifles. Which means two-handed stuff. Do you like I Dream of Jenny as much as... Oh, you're asking. As much as Buck Rogers. I'm going to bet no. I'm going to bet Buck Rogers is better. Also, no, actually, I'm not sure. So blaster rifles, that's what we're looking for down here. So right next to the bowcaster. Apparently bowcaster is a blaster rifle as well. Which means that we have 2d4s? 3 to 12. I don't know if the game actually does that calculation. If it rolls the dice or if it just throws a... if it's effectively a 1d10 plus 2. Which would be attack modifier. The attack modifier is not the damage. And that's ion damage. Yeah, that's a Verpine Droid Disruptor. That's a different thing. We've got a bowcaster over here. 1d10. A 2d8, 2d7. Potentially. Or a 1d13 plus 1. Attribute damage dexterity. Critical threat is kind of rubbish, this sonic rifle over here. Argazdan Riot Buster. That sucks. It does reduce dexterity again. And 50% chance to stun. Well, it's not actually 50% chance to stun. It's a DC 10 for stun, but there's a 50% proc for per turn, so it's not very good. And that blaster rifle doesn't have a description. This feels like an insult, honestly. Why does it not? Heavy blaster? Oh man, I threw away all my blaster rifles and now they all suck. Disruptor rifle. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this. The sorting of this game is just unbelievable. It just does not work. I think I'm tempted to go with this thing for the stun capabilities. It's upgradable only with a scope, though. Well, I guess that puts it out. Let's go with the ion. So damage. Wait. So while they may be borrowed, may have borrowed legally from designs the Bothans initiated, the Verpines say you can't agree or can't argue with the results. These weapons are simply devastating against droids. While ion weapons are generally less damaging against organic opponents, they are powerful against droids. Also, ion damage can penetrate some defenses blasters fires cannot. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Verpine Fire Disruptor. Because yeah, there it is. Okay, so ion is... It's good. It's good. So it's it's actually 5 to 32. That is amazing. Yeah. And it's upgradable on a couple of things, so I'm going with it. That is incredible. That is unbelievable. And I probably want to go with a stun weapon or something. Blaster rifle. We have a blaster rifle for stuns, right? Yeah. The riot weapon over here. Perfect. Very nice. Even more. I was wrong then. I was wrong. Okay, so this is the sensor, which adds attack modifier, defense bonus. Wow, that is... Wow. Attack modifier +3. This is unbelievable. This guy's gonna murder everything. Awareness +2, which doesn't really matter. Defense +2 is pretty nice. Let's see if we have anything. Awareness +8, demolitions +2. That's not particularly good. Repair +4, awareness Yeah, man, that's just... We've got the warfare over here that adds proficiencies. This thing is incredible. Droid fighting upgrade, and it's just a upgrade class 1. Wow, that's a +3 to attack. What's his attack right now? You can't see it over here. Yes, you can. It's that 28. Let's say no to that, and he goes down to 25. He's got 28 attack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's good. What is this thing then? It's utilities. We got 2 utilities. Why can I not equip these? Because they're for T3, and these are for Godo. Right. Okay, let's actually pay attention to see if there's anything here for HK-47. I don't think there is. So this is just generic. So we got some dexterity bonus, which will add to our attack, as well as to our defense. Attack modifier versus humans. Constitution. Computer use security. Security +10. Wow. I can use those if I need them, but my god. Defense +1. Computer use +2. Dexterity +2. That's parabolic guides over here. Parabolic glides. Wait. Oh, the game is confused again. The game really freaks out with with the items. It just does not like things. This is attack modifier versus humans. That +3 is kind of unbelievable, honestly. And while dexterity is good, we can have 2 of these? I don't really care for the reflexes. I'm gonna go with a +3 attack bonus against humans. That is basically impossible to dodge this thing. It's not really. His defense... Can I see his defense? I can't see it from here, can I? No, it's right there. 34 defense. So how does that work? It's a match, I think. So basically, if you shoot with an attack of 34 against a 34 defense, it always hits. You don't need to roll a d20 on top of that. I think that's how it works. And then over here we have the special weapons that we're not really too concerned with, because they are bad and I don't like them. Target 7th level and up, ignore horror effect. So, DC 10 to ignore stun. Stun 100% for... we got some iron damage. Stun 100%. DC 20, ignore stun. Yeah, these droid scramblers, that's where it's at. And this scrambler and potentially... Poisoned, mild weakness. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of things. It's a slow repulsor, droid repulsor, slowed, and 75% for. It's not really that good, but we're gonna go with it nonetheless. We got 2 scramblers. That's interesting. We're gonna go with the repulsor because I'm pretty sure the horror is kind of bad. Elwood Blackmore, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm sorry we're taking care of inventory. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late as well. I don't know if you were here before. But I'm still going to go for the 3 hours. And that's HK47. Done. And look at that. We have a lightsaber. Life is great when you're a ninja block. That's just how it goes. And we have... what is that? Belt. Okay, so for the belt, I want... extra dexterity and strength. Probably. Because I have a bunch of bonuses from other things. Plus 3 dexterity, that's the one. Okay, so our dexterity, yeah, one extra dexterity is good because it will bring our dexterity bonus up to 3, which will add to our defense and to our attack. The strength doesn't really matter, but I'm... Oh, right, this is normal. But I'm gonna keep that. It could be a thing. It could be a thing. Attack modifier -1, I don't like it. Wisdom +1. That's nice. Do I have uneven wisdom? I do have uneven wisdom. I think it's better. I'm gonna go with No, wait. No. You ruined me. Video game. You are weird. When I press cancel. Ah, you mother. Oh, dang it. When I press cancel, it's to cancel, not to freaking use the thing that's selected. I know why this does it. It's weird. It's whatever. Immunity to stun, fear, and horror is pretty good. So if we have another wisdom, then we might go with that. But as of right now, I'm thinking this exchange utility belt is looking good. It's not great for the strength side of things, but it is what I'm gonna go with. And it also adds some things up here that I have no need for. We have the shields don't matter unless they add passive things. I'm pretty sure there's some yeah, look at that. Adelaide's armband adds +1 Constitution. Our Constitution right now is 10, so we don't need the Adelaide's armband. And besides, who uses an armband anyway? Let's see. Up here we have Insulated Gloves. We have Dexterity and Wisdom. Okay, well that's settling it then, because this takes care the Jalshe Perception Gloves. This takes care of the Dexterity that I need and the Wisdom that I need, because I will get the +1 Wisdom from the other thing. So that's looking good. We have +1 Dexterity, but also +all to saves, which is kind of interesting, but not really what I'm looking for. +3 to Strength. It's not really what I need. This is what I need. Because now, I have the immunity to stun, fear, and horror, and I have the Wisdom at 28, which means I have a +9 to all of my Wisdom checks. I would need a little bit more Charisma to get a +4. And we got even Strength and Dexterity, which means we're not wasting any things. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. A +2 Will, that saves, unfortunately. We have Dexterity +1, nothing that I would want. We got extra 2 to Persuade, and that's the Regal Visor. That's the one that I'm used to using anyway, so that's good. We got +2 to our skill of Persuade, and +1 to Charisma, which will indeed add to my things. And then we have +Will saves, +1 Wisdom. That doesn't matter at this moment. We have the Bothan Sensory Visor that looks super bad, and I don't want to use it. We got +2 Dexterity with the Combat Sensor. And we have Awareness, Attack Modifier +1. That's pretty good, actually. Dexterity +1, and +Stealth. Unfortunately, that's not for me. I have 2 of them. That's kind of unbelievable. I have so much stuff. Like, we completed the whole planet. Of course, I have a lot of stuff. But still, it's pretty good. We're going to go with the Regal Visor because we look good in it. It's not just the only reason. And let's see what else I have. I will go with the Constitution bonus because why not? And look at that. We have even Charisma. We don't have even Constitution. And that's even on everything as well. So that's pretty interesting. So Adelaid's armband is going to be that. And honestly, when I die, it tends to be on bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and other things to that extent. So is it the Mandalorian shields that we're using? The Mandalorian melee shields. I believe that those are indeed. We're using Mandalorian shields. Arcanians, those are pretty good as well for energy shields. Wait, why are they energy shields? There's energy, sonic, cold, heat, and electrical. Whereas these ones are energy, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Those are the power shields. They just add energy to the mix. The Arcanian shields are for everything but melee. Or, you know. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't mind that. You know, I mean, it's what it is, but it's fine. That's that setup. That's pretty good. Okay, next up, we have Jedi Master robes over here for our second in command, effectively. She's gonna need already the Rick blades that I have her equipped with. Everything is gonna be fine. I'm missing something here. Is that some of the upgrades add to stats? Anyway, we're gonna figure that out. What in terms of skills, what are we dealing with here? 20 computer. A little bit of stealth. And 20 treat injury, which is good. Demolitions, which is really good, actually. And repair. So no security. But if anybody's going up on security, it's him. Okay. Okay, I can deal with this. If we need security real bad, we get T3 T3. So she's the one that has the least skills, because she only has computer use. Which means I don't really want her to have... My god, please don't do that. I don't really want her to have anything too important there. Although this thing is pretty good, this exchange utility belt, because it adds strength and dexterity. So I might go with that. And it looks like I will go with that. Because it is the best for her right now. Unless I gave her stealth, which I could. And then in terms of shields, we're going to go with the Mandalorian melee shield. And then the Arcanian energy shield on the right side. We already have one that has been spent. We're going to use that instead. Then we have a neural band over here for extra 1 dexterity. That's the spacer sensor. Extra 1 wisdom. I might want that. I don't want that. Dexterity is pretty nice. It just adds some things. Regal Visor for charisma and persuade. Combat sensor for dexterity. And attack modifier. No, this is better. Duskar's hunting mask. Does she use that? I wonder. I don't remember if she changes her looks. Insulated gloves. Go away, please. Go away. We got +1 dexterity. Saves demolitions. The precision gloves. Strength +2. Dexterity +1. All saves. Strength +3, rather. Which doesn't really matter at this junction. Because it's only +1 damage, effectively. Because it only adds 1 over here. Oh, no, wait a minute. It doesn't. I already have that. The game betrays me once again. I'm going to go with the Sith power gauntlets, which are not Sith, as we have seen before. Constitution, strength +1, dexterity +1, stealth +1, strength +1, constitution +1. So we have a little bit of constitution. Do we have any need for that? We do not. Not really. Save reflexes, dexterity, constitution and strength. Yeah, we don't really need that. We're just gonna go with a save reflex +1. You know, it's not great, but reflex package. That's what I get. That's really bad. It's really bad. So let's look at our defenses here. We got 24 and 25 on the front line, and we have 34 on our freaking droid. That's because of all the armor that he carries. Is that normal? My god, that is unbelievable. Okay, that's good. Because now what I do is I go back and upgrade things. Because the only things that are equipped are the stuff that's on my main characters. Which are the only ones that I will upgrade. Because it's just a lot easier.
I don't understand why you won't let me take a look.
Statement. I've had quite enough tampering at the hands of unskilled meatbags such as yourself. I'm
I didn't expect this.
Submit to this treatment now or in the future.
This is a great affront. Look at him.
Show you
He looks better.
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled meatbag, as incapable of performing rudimentary repairs as holding a hydrospanner. It is only that I am quite particular with my repairs. Perhaps, when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my internal components.
If you've got some time, I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose.
He didn't say isn't.
Perhaps in working on my
He said that is a
story,
problem.
Your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
Just ignore him and let's get to work.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay.
We got plenty of time to spare.
Other duties.
Right. Let's get you open. See what you can do. I have to say,
he looks
put
worse,
together
actually.
Quite
I put it back.
well. That wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.
Goto has received a permanent +1 bonus to his dexterity. That's nice. It's like he's wearing a glove. I haven't looked at his items yet, but that's mostly that the gloves do add +1. Anhar, what's up? Just going around, huh? Yeah, I also have to look at your items. So what we're here to do is to upgrade items, because look at them. Look at them. Now, what we really want is to upgrade this thing, because I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, it can only be upgraded. No, it can be upgraded on overlay as well. Oh, that is so great. I'm going to focus on my own equipment. Equipments? Sure. Because, yes. Also, why is this dark side robe specifically not equipable by Bao-Dur? I realize that it's restricted to dark side, but Bao-Dur can turn to the dark side. In fact, he has already, because have you looked at him? But, okay. Well, we're going to want to be on the lookout for whatever these are. Whatever I need to put over there. That's the overlay. For the underlay, we're going to have to come up with the regeneration +2. Wow, that means that basically we can equip this with the same stats as the other robe that I have. This also adds immunity, it's a resistance, to a cold and fire. Yeah, it's not bad. The regeneration is a little bit better, honestly. Let's see what I can do about that. Actually, I'm not sure I will be able to do anything, but let's find out. Is she a Jenny? Oh. Let's see. Create or break down items. Armor. Right. So I want to look at the overlays. Everything is underlay. I have no idea why. No, I should have... I don't know why it doesn't... I don't get stuff. Curly Bear, pretty sure it's due to his arm and they didn't want to make a specific model for each armor. Good point. I did not think about that. Oh, we do have an overlay over here. So we do have some overlays, okay. And it just requires stealth. At least for these underlays. It just adds immunity to Sonic. Component cost is very little. So I'll go with it. And it also says how many of them I have in my inventory, which is pretty good. And of course, you know, there's no guarantee that I'll be able to use it, because I can't. It's upgrade item armor. Does that mean that this is not armor? Armor and robes. Ah. I see. I don't understand. Shouldn't he be? No, it's not in other. Let's look over here for armor and robes. Armor and robes, there it is. So we got some underlays. And underlays for days. Yeah, I can't make any upgrades for robes, for overlay robes. Still, not bad. Definitely not bad. What about lightsaber, though? We have lens, emitter, and energy cell. Let's try to make some of that. Right? What is the class of this? Oh, it's there. Lens. I have 0 in inventory. Oh yeah, we can upgrade these. Ooh, really good. What are these things? Emitters. They require repair. Let's try and find a workbench outside of the ship. Let's bring our team in. Out, I should say. And let me ask. Knights of the Old Republic 2 workbenches. It's not gonna tell me, is it? Oh man, it sucks. Internet is weird for old games. Workbench, we got a workbench over here. Map to the rescue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get T3, M3, T3, M4, our little robot, to create items for us, because it's got all the skills. And the game just chugged valiantly there. I'm actually not sure where the workbench is. It's over here. So here's a workbench. All I have to do is say goodbye to Visas and bring in our T3 M4. And it's already leveled up. Hello. Let's see what I can do with this. Let's also save the game just in case. And then I can create an upgrade. And it's very, very different. I have so much more access to stuff in here. So, yeah, that's what I should have done. Instead of spending these things in nonsense stuff. Look at all this! Oh, boy. So, what I need to look for is armor and robes, for one. Or specifically the overlays, if I want to have something interesting there. I don't want to spend too many... Oh, there it is. We have armor and robes over here. These are underlays. Do I have any overlays? I don't actually have any overlays for armor and robes. That's a shame. I wonder what requires. What that requires. It's nice when stars and their management realize how important Oh, you're not talking to me. Right. Let's see. So for lightsaber now, we got cells, we got lenses and emitters, and that's the ones that I need. So massive criticals. Wow. Yeah, these are incredibly expensive. It does add critical range for a million years. Diatium energy cell. Damage bonus. It only... Oh, man, that's only 5 energy cell. Yeah, I'm going to go with the cheaper ones. Oh, this ion energy cell, massive criticals against anything. And then it adds damage versus droids on a 1d4. So it's not particularly amazing. The massive I mean, it is very cheap, but discharge energy cell is probably what I'm gonna go with. Blaster bolt deflection. Honestly, I think I want this more. Expert deflection. It requires repair. Disrupting emitter. Oh, these are emitters. Okay, so let's go with the cheap stuff and focus on massive criticals right now. It's 6. The ion energy cell, yeah, 6 component. I mean, I'm gonna disassemble a lot of my components to get these things because this is like, there's some really expensive stuff in here, like really good stuff for all the stuff, but stuff. So I create one of these. So that's the energy cell. And then let's look at the emitters here. I'm looking at the deflection emitter. Then we have stuns. Those are pretty powerful as well. Yeah. They do... them decreasing the defense is kind of nasty. And these increase the defense. And then for the emitters, we're going to go with the deflection for extra bolt. Deflection. And then on lenses, we require treat injury on some of these. We can just be absolutely untouchable by bolts if we have everything put in one character in terms of skills, which we never will, I don't think. Attack modifier +1. These are expensive though. It's the beam gem lens. Vibration lens. Just adds damage. Improved vibration lens. They're very expensive though. But they also are a penalty. This requires awareness. It is kind of... Blaster bolt deflection is a pain, though. I can get that awareness. Yeah, I'm gonna go with synthesized Kunda lens. That requires 3 injury. I have negative 3 injury? No freaking way. No freaking way. I know you don't... I don't have any skills on you, but... Oh, he might actually not be able to do it with a treat injury. Let's see what I can do with that. That guy's complaining about things. This is for upgrade. I have no idea what he's doing. Create or break down items. That's the one. This is the one that I want. No, is it? No, this is the one. And I'm going to go with the synthesized Kunda lens that just adds a more blaster bolt deflection. Really nice. I think that's all that I'm going to upgrade or create. All the upgrades that I'm going to make. So, plus bolt deflection, massive criticals that will add... Oh, I thought they added critical range. Yeah, that's not very good then. It's just a 1d3. Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but... Yeah, I thought it was the critical range, because adding 3 points of critical range is unbelievable. It's plus 15 percentile points. It's really good. It's actually 150% extra to hit a critical chance, if that were the case, but it isn't. So that's pretty good. Hey, Ghostface, welcome to the stream. How's it going? We're taking care of items. So boring. You know how it goes because of the items. So I am... What am I looking at? We don't have a whole lot of it. Why is the game... Oh, because... Wait, what? Does the game not let me upgrade things? That's potentially beneficial. Because I didn't have Visas with me, I couldn't upgrade her items. That's potentially good. Try to max out your stun capabilities. That's true, but I'm not gonna, like, for my own main character, it's not really gonna be a major thing, because I'm really focusing on force powers. Like, I'm really powerful with the force powers. Like, it's really, really powerful. I mean, the way I killed that first Jedi was like super fast. I killed him with a single hit with the lightning storm. It was just like half damage. It took me a while because I was doing wound or kill or whatever it was, and then max out wisdom stat. I mean, I'm trying to. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. Is that good? That's a little bit good. That's a little bit good. I'm only level 17 though. Well, I mean, I guess 18 because I do have one Sith assassin. But yeah, 28 wisdom. It's kind of good. Reduces the enemy resistance to your force powers. Also charisma, not just the wisdom. Also charisma. But yes, absolutely. All the Hollywood movies, people, yeah. So let's see. I don't know which one of these is contorted grip. -1 damage penalty. Don't like that. Basic ionite edge. Do I like that? I suppose. +1. I mean, I can't have anything else there. Damage penalty is kind of a bummer, but if I have another... Yes. Another one of the edges. Why can't... Oh, yeah, mild Devarion edge, which adds... Oh, yeah, it's not very good. Basic ionite edge, that's the one. I need security. I think...
How may I serve?
You might have a little bit of security. And if you do, I might as well just do that. Basic ionite edge. It is 2, yeah. So that's pretty good. And if I could get... So that's the edge. If I could get a basic grip that isn't sucky. Base damage bonus of slashing. It is very cheap. So I might as well just make it. It doesn't require... Yeah, I'll just do it. Look at that. Really cheap upgrades. The game is not made for you to notice these things by yourself. Like, this is really hidden. It's like, ugh. But, yeah. So, contoured grip is nice. Sort of nice. I don't like them a whole lot. And then we got the vibration cells. I already have there. The first one? Yes. Okay. And then my own Zabrak Vibroblade. I could get the attack modifier, which I honestly want. And then I got these, but the problem with these is that it requires weapon focus. And then enhanced energy cell. And I can't do anything there for the edge. Can't do anything there for the edge, but that's not an issue, because I think I can make some... I think I can make some better edges here.
Ready to serve.
Basic ionite edge. Yeah, these are cheap. Yeah. Basic ionite edge is what I have. That is going to be for my own Zabrak Vibroblade. What I don't understand is why I can't use cells on the Rick blades. Oh, because it's only edge and grip, right? I'm curious if the kernel read my design document. I haven't done it yet. I have it open. I always have it there, but I haven't read it yet. I'm sorry. I will get around to it, but yeah. You give me too much credit. I'm not too smart. It's just all about having been playing games for a while now. Alpha Dingember, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. it has a weird Star Wars dream this morning. You had a weird Star Wars dream this morning. I was flying an X-Wing, and it looked like the level where you blow up turbo laser towers on the PS2. You're nearly Star Wars'd out, kind of. Oh, boy. So, yeah, these things don't get upgraded because they can't be upgraded. And then we have the Verpine Droid Disruptor. Verpine Droid Disruptor, which is the weapon that HK-47 is using. That adds Keen. Okay. Can only be upgraded as a scope, most likely. This one can only be upgraded as a scope. Pinpoint scope mark that adds Keen as well. Did I not? What? It says scope and chamber. I need to assemble. Why can't I upgrade the chamber? Yeah, firing chamber. Because I don't have any. Okay, that's not a problem. That's what HK-47 is here for. To create things. Yeah, I don't really see any reason to go watch the movies or anything. People keep telling me, but I'm like, nah. So, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Ranged chamber. Chamber Mark 1. 22. 2, that's the one. What does this do? Damage bonus. It's not very good. Massive criticals. Yeah, but it is the only thing that I can do. It applies to any item ranged. There's a chug. There's an enormous chug the moment that thing kicks in. Okay, so now we can have the chamber as well. And then he's ready. And we're good. We're good with the upgrade. No, we're not. There's still the Dark Jedi. It was one of those dreams that I know I'm dreaming, but I'm also trying to figure out why I'm dreaming what I'm dreaming. Have you ever had one of those? And it was so specific. I do dream. I don't dream like that anymore, but I've gone through an area of my life where I learned how to lucid dream, basically, which is it's kind of complicated because people misunderstand what lucid dreaming is for, or what lucid dreaming is. The real trick is wake dreaming, or as in having forced hallucinations while you're awake. And I've never had that. Or rather, I have had hallucinations, but not forced. I allowed them to happen when I was in a state of sleep deprivation that I shouldn't be, because you shouldn't sleep deprive yourself. But I hadn't slept for 2 days, and I allowed myself to be aware of my surroundings and dreaming at the same time. And it's super trippy. It only lasted for like a minute, but it's the trippiest thing ever. I never done drugs either, so I suppose some drugs might allow you to do that. So if that is what drugs do, yeah, that was super trippy. For lucid dreaming is pretty straightforward, because at the end of the day, all it is just you being aware that you're dreaming, and being capable of. Well, you don't need to be capable of shaping your dreams while you are dreaming to be lucid dreaming, because that's not necessary for you to be lucid dreaming. But I was capable of doing that. It's something that that as a kid I grew up wanting to do, and I think that's where most of the fascination that a lot of people have with lucid dreaming is they just want to be able to control their dreams. But there's some people who need to lucid dream to be able to not have nightmares, or for many reasons. There's many reasons why you might want to lucid dream. I trained myself to do it by myself, and it's just about, like, I don't know, it's just trying to remember every night to remember to be aware that you're dreaming, yeah, that's what it is. Basically, when you're dreaming, you need to be aware that you're dreaming, and you need to hang on to the feeling of that dreaming. And a lot of the times what happens to people is that the moment they are aware that they're dreaming, they become aware of their body, which means they wake up. And that's why it can be difficult for people to wake up from nightmares, is because they fail to be aware of their body. The first part of my body that I was aware of, so maybe I got lucky there, The first part of my body that I became aware of as a means to not have nightmares at the age of like 12 or something was my eyes. So when I had nightmares, I would focus on my eyes and I would open my eyes. And that feeling of you opening your eyes while you're dreaming on purpose is a very special feeling, because when you're dreaming, you're completely detached from your body. But when you force your eyes to open while you're dreaming, that is so weird at first, because it's like, whoa, I have eyes that are not the ones that I'm dreaming of. And that is really weird. But, you know, it's a feeling that I got used to. And I think that was an anchor point for me to be able to learn how to lucid dream. Because then I was just able to know, yeah, I know exactly where I'm at. I know the way I'm turning. Like, I was able to... I'm not able to do that anymore because I don't do it anymore, but I was able to, if I was woken up, I would be able to go back to sleep and dream the same thing again. That happened to me like half a dozen times. It's not very often that I wake up and go back to sleep again, but then these days I don't do it at all. But I just dropped the lucid dreaming as a even preoccupation in my head, because you do need to concentrate to do it. In the sense of that, like when you go to sleep, you need to be aware that you're, okay, I'm going to lucid dream tonight. At least that's my experience. I just stopped doing it because it's boring. It's really boring. So what I do right now is I am aware a lot of the time that I am dreaming. Yeah, as you're saying, Zixter is just aware. Secret Lyric, welcome to the stream. How's it going? What I do right now is I am aware that I'm dreaming, but I just like don't fret. It's like, whatever. I'm not necessarily aware of my body, which is where I got to with my training, as it were. But if I need to, if there's ever any need for me to stop dreaming about what I'm dreaming about and just go on to dream about other things, I do that. Today I was dreaming about something, or was it yesterday? I don't remember. I remember I was having, I think it must have been yesterday, because today I woke up and got up immediately. So I woke up like 7:30, and I usually get up at 9. So that last half an hour, or hour and a half rather, I was dreaming a bunch, and it was really weird. Just a really weird dream where I was completely aware I was dreaming, and I wasn't even like, I'm gonna make the dream be weird and just do it on purpose. No, I was just doing things on purpose because I know it's a dream. So it was a very nightmarish dream, but it's like playing a video game, really. So it was a nightmare, but I wasn't having a nightmare in a way. Like, it was like grotesque and bad. I wasn't completely aware that it was a nightmare. I was just like, whatever. I don't give a damn. The only nightmares that get me these days are nightmares that make me mad at people. Like, have you ever had that dream? If you've lived more than 20 years, you probably have that dream that makes you super mad at somebody in your life, and you wake up super mad at them for whatever reason. And I still get those. But I don't. It doesn't affect me as much anymore. But but I still get those. Only time I had nasty hallucinations and only overall felt shitty was while being already way too fucking drunk, says Harry. That's basically the state of mind that you need to get to, unless you're like really expert in getting hallucinations. But I know there's people who can have dreams while being awake, and that's the difficult stuff. Psychedelics and depressants, alcohol are not a pleasant experience. Yep. I have one dream divided in many sleeps per night and always go back to the same dream. Yeah, that happens to some people as well. I've had a stage of my life where I was doing that as well. And it wasn't pleasant. It was nightmares. But I never had like chronic nightmares or anything. Interesting being aware of dreaming. It's a fun experience. It is fun at the beginning, but then the novelty fades away very fast. It's also like it forces you to focus. So you don't rest quite as well. Well, it depends on what kind of dreams you're having. So you don't know this, but this is Colonel RPG's famous 20-minute rant on the subject, says Ghostface. Nah, I'm taking care of inventory. We need to get on with it, because we're going back to the planet of the Jedis. I forgot what the name of that thing is. I like letting the dream guide me when I'm lucid. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. That's what I do as well, like just sort of instinctively. I don't focus on it anymore. I have terrible nightmares all the time. I used to when there were people in my life. Yeah, that's good and bad at the same time. But nightmares, yeah, nightmares are really. I never had a huge problem with nightmares, but they never were a focus for me for why I started to lucid dream at the age of like 14 or 15. But they're a huge advantage. You just don't get them. And nightmares can be like anybody can have you can not dream at all, and then all of a sudden you get a nightmare one night that leaves you all screwed up. Because this is just our minds. It can screw you up. Most of the time I can see the future. I don't know about spirit walking, but probably that too. Spirit walking, that's a different thing altogether. Maybe try lucid dreaming more. A good practice to think about before you go to bed is how you can get out of the nightmares that you're having. Yeah, I said that before, but for me, the getting out of nightmares is focusing on your eyes. Because if you open your eyes, you will wake up. That's the trick to wake up. I can't wake up. Focus on your eyes. Open the eyes. And it is difficult because you don't know where your eyes are because you're focusing on your dream eyes rather than your real eyes. But once you get your hook on your eyes and you're like, I'm asleep. I want to wake up. I want to open my eyes. And then you focus on that. Then it gets you somewhere. That's how I got it. Anyway, at young age. Although I'm saying this, it might be really difficult to learn that as an adult. So yeah. Okay, so what is this thing for? Oh, it's regeneration. Good. Good for me. Good. We're fully leveled up. Thank you. Didn't even... Yeah. Not fully leveled up. Fully upgraded. And now we're going to equip... Oh, the game is confused. Excuse me. Now we're going to equip all the rest of the characters and we're going to leave. Also, I can fly or hover above ground or just thinking good thoughts as Peter Pan. Yeah, that was one of the primary things that I wanted to do as a kid. And that's why it gets boring, because once you do that, it's like, well... it's the wanting to fly that really makes you want makes it rewarding rather than the actual flying, because the flying is just normal stuff. It's like toggle clipping in Morrowind. Do the Durasteel undergarment thing, more armor. It's just expensive on the materials, and I'm saving the materials. I'm so sad that your last trip was a bad one, Harry. Oh yeah. Yeah. So the novelty is the journey. Once you get past the novelty, that's it. Unfortunately, there's not much to it. I think having access to video games also makes it so that you don't need to have the dreams as an escape. Oh, so I don't know why I got in here, because this is not what I want to do. We're gonna take our monsters. They're monsters. They're 2 monsters, right? Everybody's dark side of this team. It's just everybody's a monster. There's no way around it. So, Gunhar or Hunhar something. You can't equip armor. You're good to. Oh my god. Let's start with T3 M4 or whatever. So plating. What are we having with you? You're a shooty shoots. We have bad armor. What is that? Electrical energy and fire. I kind of want that more. Okay, what do we have over here on the flamethrowers? We got some scramblers. We got some strikers for ion damage. Actually, that's not too bad. Let's go with ion damage on one side. And, is this paralyzed? That's terrible. This is such a 25% chance to paralyze. It is awful. It is absolutely awful. And then these ones are bad as well, because it's just for high level enemies just don't get it does damage though. Flamethrower, that's proper. So we have Iron Striker. I mean, I guess we could go with the Scrambler. Honestly, that's the only real one that matters. I probably should have Godo instead of this guy, because... Oh, right. Go away. Get the Godo. The Godo!
Ready.
You're not ready. You're just weird. And then we have our modular platings and all that. And everything else is going to be completely disassembled, because I want those high-level things. What? Oh, that's shield. I don't need the shield. I need the striker. And then on this side, what's this? It's a stun. Flamethrower. Flamethrower does a bunch of damage. Let's go with it. And I don't think we have used it yet. So... Okay, that's it. That is it. I just need the shield now. And I have a unique shield for T3M3. Energy shield for electric for a bunch. And we have the droid defense barrier over here. Oh, the game bugged out again. The game really doesn't know how to handle... Yeah, let's just go with that because it's been used already. Then T3 gets... Attack modifier plus awareness. Attack modifier plus awareness plus demolitions. Modifier versus droids. Extra repairs. Awareness, demolitions, extra dexterity. Do I need dexterity for the little guy? I do. I do indeed. +1 would be nice. Awareness, demolitions, dexterity. That's probably better than this. Wait. Is the game freaking bugging out? It's so weird. It's such a weird thing. Oh man, it does that again. If you go down and up, it just freaks out. Okay, so defense bonus, attack modifier. Wow, that is great. Perception sensors. That's where it's at. Forget the dexterity. That's really where it's at. But if I get anything else that looks like that, attack modifier, constitution, proficiencies in all that things. Yeah, the attack modifier +2. That's just incredible. That is just phenomenally good. How the... It's the itemization in this game is not good, is it? I don't remember the itemization in the first game being weird. It was like, you know, you get the items, you upgrade them a little, and that's it. But in this game, some of the items are just so blatantly bad. And some of the other ones are just incredible. You got computer use and plus security. Look at that, +10 security. What is that even? Self-sustaining unit. That's what that is. Minus awareness. +10 security is just unbelievable. Especially when you can just equip it and unequip it. It's like they... I don't know, but it's... Whatever. So, what weapons are we going to use here? Oh, yeah, we still need you. Fortitude, computer use... Defense bonus, extra dexterity, sure. Reflex and dexterity +2, sure. Do you need dexterity? Freaking hell, you don't, but you're going with that. +1 dexterity, defense bonus is nice. Oh, I can just have 2 of these. Wow, he's got dexterity for days, +8. I don't think it adds to damage, but it adds to the hit chance. So, weapons. Benox Blaster. I want to just use run-of-the-mill stuff. Critical threat +1d6. These are stun weapons. These are 2 stun weapons. Fully upgradable. There's no run-of-the-mill anything here. It's all run-of-the-worst. This is really powerful, though. 1d8 +1d4. It's yeah, Benox Blaster. That's where it's at. Nope, this is where it's at. Systech Static Blaster. But I don't think that's good. I think it's better to have Godo with that. Because that thing does damage for days. Godo is incredibly powerful. Mandalorian Heavy Blaster. It's even without upgrading anything. Attribute damage dexterity DC 18, 88. Yep. Yeah, anything that's heavy. It's really good. This is versus droid. Yeah, let's just go with that. That's good. We're not going to use them anyway, so it's just here as a backup. I gotta... Why? Okay. So, that's our robots done. Go away. And then we have the monsters, of course. And then, our monsters are... What am I focusing on for you? What weapons? Feats. Melee. 2 weapon fighting. And for you... He's a melee as well. I have 2 weapon fighting for him as well. But he sucks. During combat, Bowder can use a cybernetic arm to disrupt the energy. He doesn't suck, it's just weird. Through additional training, the character gains a 426 damage to all unarmed attacks. Yeah, he's gonna be melee. That's his dual weapon thing. That's his dual weapon thing. So... well, he needs to have armor, so let's go with that. 7 plus 3. What's his dexterity bonus? He gotta have a lot of dexterity. He already... Dang it. I hate that he changes armor. Okay. So he doesn't have dexterity. That's good news. We got a 7. Maximum dexterity. Yeah. So we got the Akani battle armor. The Sinagar war suit. Let's go with that. And then... I really don't think I want them to have special shields, special belts, because I can give them the belts whenever I want. And I'll just give them Mandalorian melee shield and Arcadian energy shield. I don't remember how the order is, but it doesn't really matter. And that's the same. Arcadian energy shield, yeah. And then the Mandalorian melee shield right there. So let's see. I also don't think I want the helmets to go in. Oh, dexterity is nice. Oh, didn't I have the perception thing? Attack modifier, dexterity. Thought I had a perception, like a mask. Is it the consciousness helm? No. Did I use it? Oh, it's a shielding. No. I don't know what it is. But combat sensor. Those might be it. Oh, you can't use this. Oh. Okay, insulated gloves. Minus dexterity for him. But those don't matter. Those Gamorrean gloves actually matter. Yeah, he needs strength, not dexterity. Although dexterity is nice. But let's consider what his options are. Defense bonus +1. That's what these options are. And on hit stun. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. It's much better. Reflex packages. Strength +3. Let's see what he has. He has 24. Yeah, strength +3 is what I'm gonna get. That's pretty good. And then he can't use these. And then the belts. There's no belt that really matters here. And then weapons. Two-handed 2 blades. Melee weapons, specifically. Do we like spinning blades? No. Vibro swords. Didn't I have... Gamorrean cleaver. That does damage for days. It does have a lower attack modifier. Chance to stun. But that's a single-handed weapon. I'm gonna go with that. Because why not? And then we have the Vibro Sword over here. which we have 3 of, unused, and the Zavak Bible Blades. That's the one that I want to, because it is more powerful, and they are just better. So that's him set up, pretty powerful. And then for you, I'm just gonna go with the fists. I'm probably gonna give you Dexterity, Demolitions, Fortitude. Burp. Saves Dexterity. Do I need Dexterity for you? Maybe. If I could get Dexterity on this side, that'd be amazing. I think I can, actually. Strength and Constitution. Dexterity and Stealth. Unfortunately, I can't. Dexterity and Stealth it is. And you can use the Stealth Field Generator, because I think he has Stealth. So that's it for those. Okay, so you go away. I have the robots done. I have Aten and Kreia missing.
What is it?
Just say the word.
Yes.
That's how that is. Do I remember what Aten has in terms of skills? Plus 3 Dexterity on his super low dark side thing. My face is in front of it, but you can see up here that it's the same. Prince of Spring, welcome to the stream. It's so hot that your eyebrows just accumulate salt. That is just hot. That is hot. That is a lot, Dad. Okay, blaster pistols. Dual blaster pistols is what I use for him. Unless I have fencing, close combat. Is it dual blaster pistol? Because he doesn't have dual weapons. Do I have the same thing I gave Kreia? I don't actually know what it's called. Dueling, that's the one. Does he want to have dueling? Nope, he just doesn't have the correct skills is what he has. Okay, I'm fine with that. Our dealer lists. Nope, no I'm not. Yeah, not for him, but that's not a problem. It's totally fine. So, we have some blasters over here. And we have some interesting blasters as well. No, we don't. We gave them all to the robots. Let's go with this. Benox Blaster, yeah. So it doesn't really matter because we're not going to use him all that much. I just want him to have some stuff. 13 defense, maximum dexterity bonus, 0. His dexterity... Oh man, look at him. Oh my god, the nun... There we go. His dexterity is plus 5 though. So I really, really want to have a dexterity bonus. I think the Sith... There's like a Sith battle suit over here that adds plus 7 on the maximum dexterity bonus, which is pretty good. He also has Kubaz's Scoundrel Gloves that add plus 5 dexterity and a bunch of computer use and security. I think he might be the only scoundrel in the team, so that's it. That still only means that he has a plus 7 dexterity. We could get it up to plus 8 with a Spacer's Visor. We could, actually. Let's go with the Scar Hunting Mask over here. Plus 2 on Combat Sensor over here, though. No, the Scar's Hunting Mask is better. The problem with that is that it will make it so that his... even though he's got 26 Dexterity, his Dexterity modifier only goes up to 7. So what I want is I need a maximum dexterity bonus of 8, which doesn't seem to exist. So his ribbed jacket, it is. It's not upgradable, but at least he's got some defense. He also is a backliner, so doesn't matter too much. I just want him to land those hits. Response package, sure. And we have Mandalorian power shields. What is the Ikani shield? We have the Arcadian shields that are better, I think. Those are for energy. Yeah, those are much better. Have a good sleep. I'll be there to ensure, says Prince of Spring. Not creepy at all. Azor, thank you for coming. See you later. Okay, so these guys, these don't matter because they don't really add anything that I would particularly want. So, yeah, we're really not very well off in terms of our shields. In terms of our belts, I should say. And then for Cray over here, I'm going to give her the Jedi Master Robe. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter, as over here, her single sword, we're going to give her a Zabrak Vibroblade, because those are good, and I'm not going to upgrade it, but we don't need to worry about that. Then we have Insulated Gloves. We have Dexterity, Fortitude, Demolition Skill. Do I really want Dexterity? I kind of do, actually. Having a little bit is better than having nothing. Boethian Precision Gloves. I have 2 of them. I don't actually have 2 of them. The game is just bugged out. I think I don't have 2 of them. I do. The more you know. And then we must get Strength and Constitution. Sure, let's go with that. Let's see where we are. Yeah, all unevens. It's not very good. Dexterity on the Spacer's Visor. Wisdom. Dexterity on the Combat Visor. Yep, it's better. Wisdom doesn't really get anywhere. And then the Energy Shield on the right side. Mandalorian Power Shield on the left side. That means that this doesn't actually matter. So what I should go for are the Insulated Gloves. And, because that's basically the same. And the Constitution and Strength also doesn't matter. So I'll just go for the Reflex package. Okay, look at that. An hour and a half into the stream, I'm done with the task. Am I done with the task? These guys are done, those guys are done. I'm done with the task that I set out to do. How good am I? It takes a while. That's just normal. Uptime, it has been an hour and a half. I'll be going for another hour and a half after this. But yeah, I don't have bots. Sorry. Nap time. So really reconfig what is going has been. Yeah, Zinc, absolutely. It's not really a reconfig. It's just, you know, getting better items, because what I do is throughout the whole level, throughout the whole map, I don't upgrade. I don't upgrade anything. I pick the items up and I don't get them. Basically, I don't use them. So what happens now is I go over here. I go to break down, and I break everything down. Apart from things that I really know are really good. But now I look at the rest of the items that I know are not equipped. Like Gideon Bean over here. Bean? That's definitely what it is. But the thing is, like, the component value is pretty awesome. Yeah, let's break everything down. It's not necessarily the best way to do it, but, yeah, well, it's the way I know how to. So Plasma Torch is pretty good, and I might need it. Gideon Beam or Beacon doesn't really matter, so I'll keep it. Exchange Negotiator. That's a DC 18 for stuns. It's only 25% chance, so it sucks. Yeah, I don't think those matter. Gand Silencers over here. That's a 25% chance to stun on a much higher DC. Those are a lot better. They also do a bunch of damage, so I like that. Long Sword. That's the one I made. There's no reason to keep it. Vibro Sword. Those are pretty good, but I'm never going to use them. Twi'lek Special Blades over here. Probably never going to use them either. But I'll... Oh, I got 2 of each. Right. Then we have a Vibro Blade over here. Never going to use it. Zabrak Vibro Blade. That's definitely good. Blaster Pistol. This one sucks. Heavy Blaster. This one sucks. Scout Enforcer. Very low stun chance. Those suck balls. Systech Oral Blaster. That does dexterity damage on an attack modifier. Well, it's not that bad, but I'm going to break it. Bowcaster over here. Terrible. Disruptor Rifle. Awful. Sonic Rifle. That's not very good. As Arkham Stun. It's a really bad stun on a DC 10. Never stuns anybody, so nobody cares for that. Blaster Rifle over here. This is a proper... There's 2 of them, but we're not going to use them because we're already set out. Force Pike over here. 25% chance stun. It's very unlikely. It doesn't do very much damage. Again, Shock Staff is kind of good, though. And it is... Yeah, but we're not going to use it either. So there it is. Then, armor. What do we have? Padawan robe. Just break them down. Jedi robe. Yeah, the robes, I mean, they only give you one component, so it doesn't really matter. Stun is the best effect in the game. Yeah, but like a DC 10 for 25% chance on weapons that don't do much damage? No, you want at least 50% and a decent DC. Oral blaster. It is the same sound. I mean, depending on your accent, I suppose. This is not the way to go in the game, asks Zingster. But it has a toilet sound effect. That'd be kind of weird. Let's see. So, Mandalorian combat suit. It's terrible. We don't care for it. Anything light in general, it's terrible. A canny light armor. Bodanan alloy heavy suit. Nope, that's bad. A canny battle armor. Synagogue war armor is better. Sith battle armor is better. I'm just gonna sell that. Sith battle armor. It costs the component cost is 3, but it's like amazing. It's 7 defense, which is pretty awesome. But maximum dexterity bonus of +7 is unbelievable. So we got a couple of heavy armors over here. This is immunity to stun, fear, and horror on the Mandalorian heavy armor, and the Mandalorian assault armor adds to other things. I'm gonna keep one of those just in case, which I probably will not use. Neural band for extra will saves, not good. Breath mask, I need that. Shielding visor, defense bonus of +1. It's better than nothing, so I'll hang on to that. Dexterity +1 on spacer's visor or sensor. That doesn't really matter because I got a better one. Later we got a Regal Visor. It doesn't really matter. I don't think we're ever gonna need +1 charisma. Meditation band over here plus wisdom. Immunity to that's pretty good actually. I'll keep that one. Both in sensory visor that adds awareness. It's just a visor, so it's pretty good. I'll keep one of those. Consciousness helmet adds constitution and defense. Which means the shielding visor doesn't really matter. Because it's just +1. It does add a bit of resistances to things, but it's only 5%, so it doesn't. I don't care for that. Insulated gloves. It's stupid. Gamorrean war gloves. It's -2 dexterity. So it can be handy. I'll hang on to those. Demolition gloves over here, effectively. And then we have all the shields. And as for the shields, I can handle that. I don't use them all that much. Safety harness for extra demolitions. Fortitude. The cargo regulator. That's just saves. We don't really care for that. Zerka utility belt is completely overpowered. We got a thermal shield thing for some fire thing. Actually, 75% is pretty decent, so I'll hang on to that. Attack modifier and +1 constitution. This is terrible, this immunity belt. It's not actually immunity. It's just a little bit of resistance to damage. Attack modifier, well, yeah, I don't care for that. And a fitness package over here for 1 strength and 1 constitution. That's actually pretty good. I'll hang on to that. Oh, no, there's more. I'll hang on to that. And then we have droid armor that we have no need for because we have all the droids going. Droid advanced upgrade slot, no need for that. Motion tracker for extra attack modifier. Nope, don't need that. Perception sensors. These are good as hell, but we equipped them all, so we don't need that. Attack modifier, skills repair. Okay. Demolitions +1 dexterity, so sell one of those. Droid system fortification, don't need that. Attack modifier +2 warfare upgrade. Yeah, I don't need that either. Fortitude constitution +1. Yeah, I don't need that. Lockout bypass for security. You got some good things here. Dexterity defense bonus. Computer use. Yep, don't need that. Targeting module. Bonus feats. That's for Goto only. Which we don't want. And these are shields. That are basically normal shields that we don't care for. And then we have more shields over here. It's weird that they're called energy collectors and unity grids and whatnot, but it's really just normal shields. And then we have special weapons over here. Toxin emitter. That thing sucks. Good, good, good. Okay, how is that part of the armor? I don't know. Sorry, I'm missing stun everybody, saber everyone. Are there any gloves that have stun effects? I think there are. I think there are, but it's you need to get lucky to find them. Broken item. Broken items don't matter. Make them into parts. I wish you could sort this by how expensive they are. But I don't think I'm gonna do anything here. Let's look down here to see if there's any part that goes up more than 10. Got some 6s. 13, there it is. Strengthening underlay Mark 4. Yeah, we got some really nice stuff, all things considered. That's it. It's done. We have sorted through all of our items, and we're ready to go to Dantooine. That's not the way to go. Let's go to Dantooine. Atten? Put us on a... Oh, Onderon. Nope, that's not what I want to go. Where's Dantooine? There you are. Look at that, the game didn't crash. See a good stream, bye-bye. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I knew this stream was going to be boring at the beginning. I'm sorry. I wouldn't. I would warn you from the beginning. I probably wouldn't. I would just cancel the stream and do it off camera. Actually, if I had a stream like this, I would just cancel the stream and be like, nah, I'm gonna do it off camera. But this I'm doing because, you know, there's some stuff that's good. I think in the middle of it all. GG. The game is crashed. The game is weird. What the heck is the game doing? The game freaked out. The game didn't like that cutscene. Oh, I think I know what's happening. It's fine. I know exactly what's happening. Freaking Premiere. Oh, it isn't. It wasn't Premiere. It's still Premiere somehow. It's definitely Premiere's fault. Don't worry about it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Delete. Oh, you really want to quit? Oh, now you asked that. No, it didn't ask that. I don't want to quit, but you forced me to. It's your fault. Don't tell me it is my fault. Don't tell me I am doing what you want. No, you are buggy as hell. I have lived my life hurting because this game wouldn't install properly. And I wanted to play it, and I couldn't. Because it wouldn't install properly. Admittedly, it was my fault for breaking the discs. But it was also your fault, game. Because why didn't you come pre-installed on any of your computer? Because that's what you should have done. It was like, wait, you wanted me to play now? Yeah, didn't do nothing. Okay, so where's Dantooine? On Norshadi. That's the one. Okay. Here we are. Did it do all the cutscenes? I think it did. It did. I think it did. I'm not sure. People like to see this stuff too though. Says Zingster. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true, but I don't know. It's better to... I don't know. It's complicated. So that's it. That's it. So the last time we were here... Hello. We found a single mission. Yeah, well, we found the capacity for us to make our lightsaber over here. But also we found a single mission that has to do with the disappearance of some... Wait. Plasteel cylinder. Oh. It doesn't show that it... No, it's normal that it doesn't show that it's locked. Right.
Yes, Master.
And we can't open it, but we can use that, which I will use. Because people kept telling me in the comments, and thank you very much for that, for telling me in the comments about it. Because all we need to do is, first off, save the game, for sure, and then apply this.
Crude,
Run away! And then that opens. Because apparently impossible means that you cannot pick the lock. Let's see if that is true. That is indeed true. What did we get? Poison grenades. This is why I don't mind too much not having lockpicks or people, not lock security, the security skill. That's why I don't mind, because it. Is that blood over there for the person I killed? Maybe, because all the items end up just being grenades, and I don't like them. Double-edged sword for sure. Yeah, it's more to do. I think it's more to do with my own attitude, I suppose. If I were to do just a stream of inventory management, I've done streams of character creation, but just of inventory management, nah. I wouldn't feel up for it, because there's nothing for me to look forward to if it's just gonna be the whole stream like that. I've once done a stream where I just remade 6 characters in Pillars of Eternity, because I was playing Pillars of Eternity on maximum difficulty, and boy, was that difficult. And there was a stream that was basically respecting the characters, and it's available if you want to watch it. It's there. It's on the. No, wait, it was on Pillars of Eternity 2, and it was mid Let's Play. I did a stream mid Let's Play of respecting the characters of the Let's Play. Nobody came to watch, and I can't blame anybody for not watching that. So, I think that mission is related to this house.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've had enough of my trouble, because I haven't caused any trouble yet. I will cause a lot of trouble.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were.
Pillars of Eternity is amazing.
They're so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Okay, well, I guess we're announcing ourselves immediately as Jedi. Because, I mean, why not? Wait, you don't have names? The settler notices your lightsaber and says no to me. How about if you notice my blaster? The settler won't talk to you.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garavik is the worst of them.
Yeah, I know, right? What about my lightsaber, though? The settler says no. And now won't talk to me. What a curious detail. They literally will not talk to me. Let's try loading. We got a quick save out here. Let's go back. Wear your lightsaber when you enter next time. It's really fun seeing them respond. Yeah, just look at that. That was weird. Where's that arcade cannon? I think you need to have the lightsaber unequipped. Yes, yeah.
Do you actually believe a Jedi?
They certainly.
Oh, the game bugs out for that. Okay. So let's see if she says anything.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garavik is the worst of them.
So she doesn't actually talk to us. Huh. Well, I guess no loss then.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the room.
No. It's
if you need directions to
lightsaber
else,
out.
Just ask.
Do you know who Garavik is?
Garavik is a salvager.
That's the one.
The worst one of the lot. Try to stay clear of him. He's a dangerous one to cross.
Where's the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Yes. Why does everyone think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvages or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
You gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. I look the grittiest. I am the greediest of grits. Look at her. Look at me. Also, admittedly... anyway, I'm in my bathrobe. It's whatever. What do you have in Kunda?
The things that would most interest you are our weapon merchant.
Not great enough, right?
The leader of our militia. Akere is still around here somewhere too. He sells droid components.
Where can I find the weapon shop?
Just go to the central corridor and make a right. His shop is the first on the right.
Why would I need to see Zeron?
If you get into any trouble, he's the person you'd contact. Unfortunately, recent problems with the salvagers and mercenaries have kept him quite busy.
Oh, okay. Well, like what problems?
The mercenaries cause disruptions for some of our outlying settlers. They are a constant source of friction for us. I hear the salvagers are having some internal problems too.
This is very interesting. Could you go into more detail?
No, I couldn't. If you're really interested in that, just speak to Zeron.
Okay, I have to go then. No, can I ask you about something else?
Certainly. What do you want to know?
Nothing. It's good. Let's see what he says. Let's also save the game, and this computer is making a lot of noises. Let's see what he says when I have my lightsabers out.
Welcome back to Kunda. How can I help you?
That is very silly. Let me do the thing that you said.
If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a
There it
prosperous...
is. She doesn't say anything. I think I... lightsaber... What did I have on my outside hand? Why do I have... Oh, right. I know. Attack modifier plus... This is the unequipped one. Or an upgraded one.
Community.
Let's lower the volume there. This game is weird about its volume. But now we have the lightsaber. Excuse me. What is this? Is this a corridor or what's going on? Do I need... I'm not going to have my lightsaber out just in case these guys get upset.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't blame them.
Oh.
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here...
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Are you waiting for the ambassador to... Okay. Why not?
Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment.
Wait a minute. I understand the principle of, you know, the people of the land should have first dibs, I suppose, on the riches of the land and whatnot, and, you know, there's definitely outside influences coming in and destabilizing all the stuff. But he just said that the salvagers, you know, they steal the stuff from the ruins and then sell that stuff to them at, quote, inflated prices. As if, A, there was such a thing as a non-inflated price, which requires, you know, a MSRP, which... It's freaking artifacts from ruins. And secondly, why are they even selling them to them? Because it's artifacts from ruins. You're not getting potatoes out of that. You're just getting knickknacks and whatnot. What? That's weird. It's just, it feels like a throwaway line as well. That's the thing. It was the first line in a 4 or 5 paragraph dialogue of him, where it's just the first line. So it's like the lines that they paid the least attention to. So you just don't, because they don't stick in your head. It's the first lines and you're like, you're paying attention to what's going next. But for me, it's the opposite. I pay attention to the first line and I get very upset about them. The salvagers stole your equipment, you say?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
We're all around the same age, mostly. And we all know how it is about friends. Although, I've always known. It's just that I've been living as if I were in my 30s since I was 16. So... also, this guy's voice acting, he runs his lines together. It is... I did notice that, but I wasn't gonna say anything because it's not as annoying as Bao-Dur. And it's also a style. There's some people that say it like that. Are you sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby. And if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
What did they steal?
A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for
He's really boring, though. I don't understand why they made a character like that. It's like... I don't understand Bao-Dur. I never understood him. Like, there's gotta be something else to him. Except... I don't know if there is. Because there's, no matter what like, all the characters are interesting, except for him. Even, T3 is super interesting. It's a freaking robot. Bao-Dur is... Is he part of the restored content? No one is worse than Jar Jar. Wait, Jar Jar is a character? No. What? Oh, Jar Jar Binks. Right. It's a name. It's a freaking name. I think I know who that is. I don't know why he's so bad, though, because I've never watched the movies. No, unfortunately, he's part of the content. Yeah, he's part of the content. He feels like he's got content, though. Why doesn't the administration... Let's say that again. Why doesn't the administrator help?
It's hard to deal with womp rat.
No.
Dark on your back.
I am hurt.
You should get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late.
I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate...
Okay, just saying thing. I am hurt by everybody thinking that it matters that I watch the movies to enjoy Knights of the Old Republic. I can enjoy these games well enough without the movies. Not as well, though. I realize that. This so overrated, says Inkster. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody ever agrees on why I should watch the movies. Clockwork Orange. I have not watched it, but it's a movie that I want to watch. To answer your question, I have not watched it, but it's one of my soon to watch movies. but no. Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp...
I had to say that line.
Salvager Joran to return...
This game is better than any movie. That's right, Prince of Spring.
I'd be very grateful.
I'm not rich.
That's right.
But I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
If you want my help, you'll have to cough up more than a couple of dusty old war trophies.
These war trophies are advanced weapons that some of the Sith troopers had. Heavy ordnance, which wouldn't be much good for defending my home.
I might be able to offer more if you take care of the problem, though. Can you help me out?
I'll see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
There's a scene that I would do... There's a scene in there that I would do to you with the Star Wars movies. Lovely movie. It's a winner in the most... It's a winner as is the most... Stanley Kubrick's work. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's why I want to watch it. Especially Moonlight. Oofs. Okay. So got a journal update. Let me recenter on the dialogue here. HK47 is really upset that I offered to help anybody. Oh man, just stick in there. It's gonna be fine. It was weird that I couldn't be like, it's your problem. I don't care. You're terrible, and your mother smells. But you can't be Darkseid all the time. And besides, I don't need to be Darkseid anymore. I will be Darkseid because it's a lot of fun. Because it's ridiculous and ridiculous. Don't T-pose at me. I know you're not T-posing.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered
Newcomer.
ship. Yes. No friendly greetings.
I know this voice actor. No friendly greetings here from me, he says. I'm trying to replace this voice actor. Did you ever learn manners? I don't know that that thing is light side or dark side. It feels that it is light side. I'm gonna be defensive because that feels childish. My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen.
My man? No.
But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Really? What if I have a lightsaber out?
Another interruption. You must not have heard who I am. Waste another's time, not mine. Someone less important.
Okay. What about you?
Zeron keeps goading the mercenaries. I think he should let the little things slide. He's making things worse for everyone.
Gross! Why would he do the... Don't let the little things slide. Just keep them where they are. This door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. Of course. It looks like it will require a keycard to open this door. Yes. The other one was called a private door. This is just a security door. The naming schemes of the doors in this place is slightly amusing and confusing. Good, kill him. I can't. It's this game doesn't allow you to attack people who aren't themselves attacking you. Oh. We got a militia. Everybody stretches a lot. And Tarina Adare over there. I'll be right back. I'll just explore the rest of the place. Baron Modrul.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help.
Troubles to report.
I just hope you aren't here about Garavik.
I might cause some trouble of my own, actually.
I see. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to go over the militia rules, then. Kunda and the Salvager camp are under militia protection, so a friendly scuffle is all right. But if any blasters are drawn, there'll be hell to pay. But if you buy some Jedi trinket and you're not satisfied, you're on your own. I'd stay away from the mercenary camp. We've had difficulties with them. We don't patrol or investigate there anymore. A trip there and you're on your own. Follow the rules, and we don't...
we don't patrol or investigate there.
Oh, and Pato Ado doesn't cheat as far as we can figure. So don't complain about the Ithorian either.
Who are you?
Well, call me a defective protocol droid. Manners, right.
No.
I'm Baroon Modrul. I'm Captain Zeron's right-hand man.
There's two references to the word manners.
That makes it sound more important than I am.
The game never mentions that word.
Takes a hands-on role in running the militia.
The entire game.
If you have any real trouble, you'd have to go to him anyway.
You can tell when they write the same... When they write the two characters in the same day. Let's see. Nobody likes their boss hanging over their shoulder.
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing. But the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a
That's
minor
Atton's
nuisance.
voice actor.
If you keep at it, he's going to fight back.
And he's going to Atton's
mercenaries
voice.
Aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
This voice actor is really famous. I was gonna say, I didn't say anything, but I was gonna say that he does characters in Gothic, at least Gothic 2 and Gothic 3, and he does a bunch of other characters in a bunch of other games. I don't remember whose character or which character he was in Gothic 3, but he's definitely a voice actor in Gothic 3. But I just now realized, because he switched his voice a little bit, he's the same voice actor as Atten, and he does this old man's voice. Knights of the Old Republic 2, Atten. He does this really old man's voice that does not look like an old man because he's young. And, Atten Rand, voice actor. Nikki Katt. Katt. Yeah, he's old now. He's 50 years old, but when this game was made, he was 35. And he was doing old man's voice a lot back then. That's just, he sounds very good as an old man. You can totally hear it's that other guy's voice actor. Yeah, yeah. Has the administrator talked to him about it?
Maybe. It's hard to say. They meet a lot, but it seems to me they let each other alone for the most part. I'm sure there's a lot going on with the militia that the administrator doesn't even know about. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he should be replaced.
Wouldn't that make you captain? Let's go with that.
I don't want to be made captain that way, but if my hunch is right, he's just about the worst person to leave in charge. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check in.
See, this is a good thing that we didn't go to Adare before.
We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it.
Seems like Dantooine has had a lot of trouble.
I don't even want to get into it. Ask her.
You just got into it.
The details.
This is a previous line.
Worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare.
Maybe we can kill her.
She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and Zeron too, I suppose.
It sounds like you don't approve of Zeron.
This is sensitive.
If I look into this, is there any chance I could get a reward?
Definitely. The militia makes sure to reward anybody that helps out Dantooine. And if he's doing something risky. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. We should
And that's good. I've got a few questions about the other people here in the settlement.
I'll tell you anything that's public knowledge. Most militia news passes by me and Zeron. I might be able to help.
I want to visit the ruins of the Jedi Enclave.
You should see Administrator Adare about that. She'll be able to set you up. You're not a typical salvage.
We can go there before talking to her.
I don't expect you'll have any trouble there.
I wonder if you knew anything about Sulru's problem?
Oh, you heard about that. We have so much to look into that Sulru's concern is pretty low on our list. We asked the salvagers,
oh, right,
but they
the other
claim
mission.
that the salvager responsible is nowhere to be found.
I'm looking for atmospheric sensors for Sadie.
I don't know what Sadie is up to. He's working directly with Zeron on that investigation. Sorry, I can't help.
The talk, combat, and stealth options. It is very much that, yes. No, it's just thank you. I'm glad you like it, but it is, yeah. I remember I always wanted a certain focus on tabletop, because one of my favorite RPGs of all time is Fallout, and Fallout was created to mimic as closely as possible the tabletop experience. But it doesn't really have dice throws or anything. So inside of the game. So I was always a little bit ambivalent about including the dice as my logo, and in the very first, I don't have any thumbnails or anything like with the old logo, but in the very first videos, I would say probably for the first 2 weeks of my channel, I had a different logo, it was more focused on the kernel aspect of it rather than the RPG aspect of it, and it was a rubbish logo. It was also ugly, and then I sat down, had a long think about it, and I changed it, and changed it into that, and it's basically been stayed the same since May 2015. I might change it in the future, we'll see, but for right now it's there. At some point, Zingster. Doing it yourself is the way to do it. Your own experiments. Yeah, for sure. And I know how to operate Photoshop, so I could. I mean, admittedly, you don't do logos in Photoshop. You should do it in Illustrator or other similar applications. Not actual render image. It should be vector image. But I don't know how to operate Illustrator, so yeah. And that's dice rolls. Yeah, in tabletop, like you throw these things, right? Oh, I can't show you properly. It's a 20-sided die, and this is for Dungeons and Dragons, right? So you throw it, and that's how you know the luck, and if you're gonna hit enemies and that sort of stuff, and that's basically how RPGs do it every time. Except in RPGs, they most of the time don't actually show the dice being thrown. But there are games that show the dice. I'm playing right now Stirring Abyss, and there's some dice that are thrown. It's Fate-style dice, but they're still dice. There's the new Dungeons and Dragons... the new Baldur's Gate 3, I think, also shows the dice on screen, even though it's not very common. So I wasn't, before I started the channel, I wasn't really sure I wanted the die to be, it's a D20, yes. I wasn't really sure I wanted the die to be my logo, but it just stuck. And it was also like, I was preoccupied with the logo being recognizable, like immediately recognizable, which I think it is. Once you see the channel once and you see the logo, it's something that if you see it a few weeks later in another video, you're able to recognize it, and that's I think that's important. It used to be more important than it is right now because YouTube is so frenetic anyway. But back in the day, it was more important. I wrote a generic RPG system that uses coins. That's cool. Oh, that's probably good for. Is your objective to allow for anybody to play at any time without having the die because you just have coins in your pocket? Although I don't have coins anymore. I do have some coins around here, but I don't use coins anymore. It's all plastic. Have you ever played with a tabletop RPG simulator on PC? No. I have only played with Roll20 or with D&D Beyond, which is a different system, and it doesn't have maps. But I've never played with a tabletop RPG simulator. I know how it looks, and I think it's probably good. I think it would be better if we, VR might make tabletop role-playing games online a little bit better, but I don't have a VR headset. I might have in the future. Just throw it out of your pocket. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I like that. There are some abridged versions of certain role-playing systems. I think there's even role-playing systems that are supposed to be super easy like that. They just never get the recognition that they could, because I feel the biggest reason why any role-playing system gets famous is because of the settings that come attached to it. Like, even Fate is very famous for the settings that it has. And Fate is a really cool system. I really enjoy it. Really easy to get into as well. And I enjoyed it as a player. I never DM'd. But like Dungeons and Dragons is super obtuse. Even the 4th edition is, or 5th edition, is it the 5th edition? Yeah, 5th edition. Even the 5th edition is really obtuse. It's hard to play, all things considered. But it's famous because the setting is something that you're accustomed to. How do you do Dungeons & Dragons online? Yeah, right now, I did, my first time playing Dungeons & Dragons online was on camera. I did, if you go to my channel, you can see a playlist with Waterdeep. Sorry. You can see a playlist with Waterdeep, and I played it with in a team of 5. It's the Waterdeep Dragons... What is it called? Dragon's Heist? Dragon Heist, maybe? Either way, it's a low-level D&D adventure, and we played it with Roll20. So it's a website. You just go to a website, create your character in there, and you can play it. You can play the character in there, and certain features are locked off unless you pay, but it's free for the most part. In these days, I'm playing privately, not on camera. I'm playing using... I just said D&D Beyond. That's the name of the website. It's also a website, but the maps we do offline. We don't do maps, basically. I would be a terrible DM. Yeah, DMing is complicated. It's very complicated. So what am I asking about over here? I've heard rumors there's a Jedi around here.
I've heard that rumor too. People get really riled up about Jedi around here. Some people seem to have a selective memory.
During the war, the Jedi were a big help here. They did everything for us, from clearing out dangerous beasts to solving a murder investigation.
I try to stay out of it though. Standing up for Jedi is one way to become unpopular around here.
That solving murder investigation, it's a famous quest from this particular planet in the first game. And it's an interesting quest. It's really well done. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's not amazingly done, but it is one of the highlights of the game for sure. It is really well done. The Jedi are a blight, though. Their time is over.
I've heard all that before. I don't agree with you. But there are plenty...
I don't agree with you.
Talking about Jedi is just depressing these days. Any other cheerful problems you want to talk about?
I also remember what other voice he makes. Vampire Bloodlines. Who is he? Who is this guy in Vampire Bloodlines? He's the, not Malkavian, the Tremere Primogen. I don't remember his name. I think he is. Might be wrong on that. Can I talk about something else?
I'm here to help. What do you need?
It seems like Dantooine has had a lot of trouble.
I don't even want to get into it. I don't...
Yeah, I'll be going.
All right. Stay out of trouble now.
Journal entry added. And...
Hello there. You haven't had any new troubles, I hope?
Not with this lightsaber, I haven't. Apparently I have evidence that Zeron's actions are endangering Kunda. I'll leave that for later, because I want the actions to endanger Kunda well.
All right.
Yep. I'll see you later. Not with my lightsabers, though, because I'll stop bothering people with the lightsabers. I don't think anything's going to happen. A Doom LARP, also known as live-action role-playing. Greetings, fellow sentient. I notice that you are not heavily armed, or at least not heavily armed enough. Please allow myself to introduce myself. I am Adun, a simple merchant with a noble purpose. The settlers and other fine humans of Dantooine have been plagued by war, Cathound, Skinwrath, mercenaries, and other fearsome troubles of late. It is much, much too sad to see these things happen to such humans. Therefore, my mission is clear. Selling arms, right? You are astute human, and quite correct. To overcome their troubles, they must be able to defend themselves. Therefore, I offer the highest of quality weapons at the lowest of low prices for them. I am here offering you much in the way of weaponry at low prices. How can any sentient weaponry it is, and weaponry I have. What is it you would like from me this fine day? I would like you to speak slower, but more consistently, more importantly, because I can't read all of your lines, and one of them I messed up. You need to have that's something to be decent GM. Yeah. Creativity, but also you need to be really critical, self-critical, and critical of your characters, because you need to read your characters before they actually say things out loud. Because a large part of it, I feel, is you being able to tell where people are going to draw the fun from in your game. Like, if you make a story about like solving a murder case, and your players are not interested in solving a murder case, and are just interested in finding out about the lore of town, or what what's going on with people and all that. It doesn't really matter the murder case. Then you really focus on, this is the quest. You're gonna need to solve the murder case. That's not a good GM. You need to tailor the content to the people. You need to make the game about what your players want to make the game about, and that's very important. And I think that's probably the biggest reason why some GMs are fun and others are not. But that's also being unfair, because there's a huge aspect to just being really good at acting. It is so good when the GM is good at acting and just creating a world. It's incredible. Are their body movements exaggerated because of their higher frame rates? What are you talking about? Maybe just get drunk. This is a favorite NPC in the game. Is it Ghostface? You just have to know one thing to DM. No matter how much you planned, no matter how much time you spend in a character, your players will find some way to fuck your plans. Yeah, but also, like, even having plans is probably not a universal thing as a DM. The reason why DMs have to have so many plans as often, I feel, as often as they have, is because specifically in Dungeons and Dragons, you need to create the characters in advance. It's super difficult for you to DM on the spot for Dungeons and Dragons. You need to have something prepared, and there are systems that don't require you to do that. Like, without any preparation whatsoever, right now, if you want, which I won't because I have other things to do, but like, if I wanted to, I could create a setting for a tabletop session. Not necessarily for like maybe a tabletop campaign of many sessions, but for a single session, I can tell you in a world that I've thought of in my head, not made up on the spot, like with roots of things that I thought of in my head already. I could give you a scenario that could make for an interesting role-playing experience as a DM. The problem is just having that is not enough. You need to have the characters. You need to have, specifically for combat encounters, which I think is the biggest limitation of Dungeons and Dragons, is precisely how difficult it is to set up a combat encounter. And because the characters can be so powerful in certain ways and so weak in others, it really matters that you plan your combat encounters ahead of time. And the other thing is because it depends so much on your dice throws. It's really difficult. Like, imagine it's instead of being dice throws, because especially in low level Dungeons and Dragons, it's a very big difference between throwing you throw a natural 1 and throw a 20. It is such a night and day difference. So not only are you at the whim of the players who might make characters that are very powerful, for example, at stealth attacks, but really, really weak at against magic, for example, or the opposite. So you need to be aware of that, so you need to prepare for that. But at the same time, like, you might come up with this idea, this fight that they're going to have to fight in this particular encounter, and they kill them all in a single turn, or they all die, because it's such a huge difference between the dice throws. And I just think that D&D is not made for DMs to be happy. not that I speak from experience, I just speak as more of a critical mind in observing. I think there's definitely room for DMs to be happy in Dungeons and Dragons, but that's because they like that style of system. If you want a system that is easy to pick up and DM for, you can't have such wild randomization as D&D has, which is why other systems make it a lot less randomized. Like, for example, the werewolf system, Vampire the Masquerade, is or World of Darkness actually is specifically the name. That's a lot less randomized because what you do, it's like in Shadowrun, I think. In Shadowrun you throw D6s. How is it in World of Darkness? Do you also throw D6s? I don't know. In Shadowrun, basically, you get proficiency dice. There's other aspects of it, but basically, imagine you have you're good with a sniper rifle, and you have 5 dice for your sniper rifle. So what you do is you throw those 5 dice, and that's it. You land a 1, you do the thing. That's it. Or land a 1. You succeed with one of the dice, and by success, I think it means 4 or higher. And if you have 1, you succeeded. You land the hit. Now, if it's just 1, it's not going to be a very good hit. A 2, I want to say 2. I mean 2 dice of 4, 5, or 6. So it's basically success dices, as in like I only have 1d6 over here, but if I throw it over here, I'm not very good at sniper rifles. I only have 1 die. I threw a 2, I miss, but if I rolled again another 2. Let's see. I threw a 4. I hit. It's not a very good hit, but that's my thing. That's my roll. And then you can have bonus dice. It's a lot better. It's so obvious when you start looking into other tabletop systems. It's so obvious that they're made more. They're made more with the awareness of the DM needs rather than the player's needs. And D&D is very complicated. If you want Shadowrun, if you want to have plans that are not borked, Shadowrun, World of Darkness, Fate, very straightforward systems, and you can just focus more on the storytelling and trying to understand what the players want from you as a DM. I feel this is, again, no experience as a DM. I'm just saying, it's my opinion. As long as it isn't just me, I feel better. Well, characters in this game are all like learning in all different directions and jerking their heads around. Looks so unnatural. Yeah, it's just old games. Every combat is a risk of killing party. Yeah, but it shouldn't be like that. D10s in World of Darkness. Thank you. I knew it wasn't D6. I thought it wasn't D6s in one of those things. And then you have different types of dice. You have dice that come from your blood abilities. They're called blood dices. They have different rules attached to them. There's also another system. I think it's a specific. Is it Fate Accelerated? No. There's one system. I don't know the name, but there's probably more than one. But there's one specific system at least where your dice are special. When you buy the game, it comes with special dice, and of course you don't need to play with special dice. But they're D6s, normal D6s, so you can play with D6. But what happens is that instead of having numbers, they have symbols. So, for example, one side is going to be happiness symbol. The other side is going to be surprise symbol. The other side is going to be success symbol, or virtue, something like that. And they're deliberately obtuse and weird because they are applied to everything. So. This is just me paraphrasing as a way because I've never played the system. I have seen the rules for the system, but I've never played them, and I don't remember exactly what system it is. But the idea behind it is that you throw 3 dice like those, and it comes 2 happiness and 1 success, and you're like, "Ooh, this is really good." You're gonna be very happy. So you make, as a DM, you make up a result for whatever you threw the dice for based on those things. And if you throw like surprise question or something, and it's just like, what's going on? There's something happened here that needs to fit more or less with the dice that were thrown. So it's like I've never read cards. I talk a lot about things that I've never done. But it's like reading cards in a way as well, like tarot cards and stuff like that, where you sort of interpret the relationship between the situation and the card that's on the spot, rather than necessarily being an absolute thing. And the dice are the same. The way of doing that is is more focused on the storytelling than it is necessarily on the, oh, you rolled 6 damage. It looks really weird to me. And in V5, you roll an opposing check for combat, as in you take your success and compare it with the successes of the opponent. Oh, right, that is, yes. And margin in damage and add bonus. Spices 1 draw. Okay, so let me see what you're selling. Yes, here is the best you can find anywhere on this world. I need to... There we go. Setting my watch. Barandu novice robe. No, I want the good robe. Do you have good robes? You'd expect to be able to find really powerful robes over here, honestly. Because, you know, it's the land of the Jedi. But they don't have anything. Hey. Weaponry it is! Yeah, I would like to ask you some questions. I shall endeavor to be of service to whatever endeavor you are on. What is it you wish to ask? How long have you been here? I started my business here during the Jedi Civil War. I worked hard on my mission by helping the hardy settlers here. But things got bad for the humans here. The Sith invaded and killed lots of Jedi. Settlers were arrested and executed. Fortunately, I was spared, but many important sentients were not. After the war, I stayed and helped the administrator and the militia by providing quality weapons at low prices. As thanks, they gave me this fine office. But my mission is not done. Too many Kathhounds, Kinrath, and other troubles. More arms are needed to make things safe. What do you know about the mercenaries? They are looking for work, but they get restless. If they get too restless, they are dangerous. It is best to be well armed! ! Nice banter. You try the same line on everyone? If you have something that works, why change it, I ask? Why are there so many Kinrath and Kathhounds around? Because brave humans do not buy enough of my weapons. But even with my good weapons, I fear there are not enough sentients to use them. With Kathhounds... Wildcat Kathhounds have been a problem for many years, but the Kinrath have been borrowing and making life difficult only recently. I sold some of my finest explosives to Zeron to blow up their caves and tunnels, but they made more tunnels and more ways out. When traveling outside, I always carry weapons. It is very dangerous out there. Not everyone can have the best, but I can offer it. Come back, he says. Weaponry it is. It's weird. Yeah, you can't go back to these questions here. I shall endeavor. You shall. No, I can't ask any more questions. I think I should be going now. Not everyone. Not everyone indeed. Well, I don't really need your weapons. Because I have the best robes in the game, maybe. I don't actually know. There are mods that allow you to wear full Mandalorian armor and use force powers. That sounds overpowered as hell. That sounds really overpowered. Okay, there's somebody in this office over here. Militia. Excuse me.
I heard a rumor that the administrator met with a Jedi. If that's true, I'll quit.
No, the administrator hasn't met with the Jedi. Speaking of which...
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
I wonder if that's the militia line. Because I had the lightsaber outside as well.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
Looking for it, actually. That's good. I don't actually know if these guys are bad or good. I'm pretty sure they're bad, but in the world of Star Wars, I don't know that they're bad. I'm looking for it, for the proper price.
Depending on how greedy you are, we might have some work for you. Before that, though, you got any other reason for coming to militia headquarters?
My affairs are my own concern, not yours.
I suppose you're right, as long as you don't break any laws. I'm sure you got questions of your own, and if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something?
What sort of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
And you're just willing to lose women, then? Because, you know, we're all women. Apart from HK-47. Why is this place so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things.
How dangerous is it?
Very. The Kinrath you see on the plains aren't as tough as the ones inside the caves. They may not look much different, but they are
Shoot some grenades. Why is this place so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure.
It's not like his normal voice actor voice.
And they're smart about such things.
How much is the reward?
2,000 credits.
With so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits. What's that supposed to be? Oh, right. That line is weird, but it's me trying to make him care less about money. With so few settlers, lives are much more important than credits.
I agree with you, but I don't barter. I got more important things to do.
That's not what barter mean. What the heck? What does barter mean? Barter doesn't mean haggle. This is not the first time I see that. Barter definition. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Barter doesn't mean... You motherfucker, you are a complete idiot. Barter doesn't mean haggle. I thought this was... Oh, this is a shame. Oh, it's a shame. I saw... There's this one character in... Girl Cadets for Darkside, yeah. There's this one character in Pathfinder Kingmaker that says this. I'm not here to barter when they are there to barter. Because barter just means trading goods. And I said, no, you're here to barter, you idiot. You're not here to haggle. And I figured it was because the writers of Pathfinder Kingmaker, they're not native speakers. And it's easy to get words mixed up. I know, because I'm not a native speaker, so I'm very, very sensitive to some of this stuff. But the people who wrote this game are native speakers. They know what's up. They got themselves mixed up. Yeah. Barter means trade. I know. It's the barter button in Fallout. That's how I got introduced to the word. And in Fallout, there's no haggling. I mean, there is a certain level of haggling because you get better prices if your speech skill is higher. So, you know, there's an abstraction level of haggling, but you know, it's not haggling. Yeah. What do you know about the cave?
We used some explosives to seal a cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there, too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath, though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find.
And the reward?
2,000 credits.
I'll see what I can do.
That's all I can ask. You want something?
What's Garavik's connection to the militia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight.
I haven't played Pazak in a while.
but nobody remembers Garevik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
Real work. Actually, Baron asked me to investigate Hugh. That's a good point. I don't know what that means, because I might not have the chance to be dark side after I say that, or I might not have the chance to be light side, which wouldn't be a problem. But we're gonna see about that in a little bit. Can I ask you some general questions?
You really should talk to Baroon about general questions.
Yeah, Baroon. It's I mispronounced the name. How is the militia doing?
There aren't more than a dozen of us, and there's too many problems. People keep hoping that the Republic sends help, but we gotta help ourselves.
What do you know about the administrator?
She's smart. She gets things done. The whole place would fall apart without her. Dantooine isn't the center of much anything. Our most talented people sometimes leave. Hard for someone to stay a farmer when they have the itch to do something greater. So we're lucky the administrator never went elsewhere. I bet she'd make a decent senator, even.
What? Oh, that is a weird line. Hard for people to stay a farmer when they have the itch to do something greater. Like what? Rocket engineering? What do you think? You just do better farming if you want to do something greater. I mean, unless you just don't want to... Like, if you're just going to go and become a painter, that's not necessarily greater. It's just, it's different. It's like, what? That's a weird line. It also implies upward mobility in their society, which there isn't. I mean, there is, but limited. Very limited, in fact. I thought that was like a major point of the setting. Yeah. Could you tell me about Kunda, just in general? I'm in a mood for general.
It's our home. Might be the start of an honest capital someday. Right now, it's not much more than a swoop bike stop.
How do you feel about the mercenaries?
I don't have anything to say about that.
Well, I guess that's it then. Journal entry. Quick save.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. I figure you've got a reason for coming back. You want something?
No. Baroon, or the other way I pronounce it, asked me to investigate you.
He did he? What's this about?
He does want to try to reach a compromise with the mercenaries. He wants me to find some dirt so he can take your job.
I know people, and that isn't like Baroon.
Ah, dang it.
I have no patience for people like you. We're not going to talk about this again. You want something?
He has no patience for people like me. Well, I have no patience for people like you then. I'll just reload my save and not tell you anything about that. Because that might actually lock me out of some parts of the quest and all that. And you know how it goes in RPGs. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Especially when it comes to Baroon maybe berating me. Or however his name is pronounced. And there she is. Terena Adare. I was going to say you don't have chairs. She does. There's 2 chairs. They're just not sitting down on them.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Terena Adare. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
Why do you want to know?
I'll take it as a given that the vessel is indeed yours. And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the...
Passive aggressiveness.
That vessel has been on Dantooine before. During the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Get to the point.
My point is that the previous owner of that ship was a very influential Jedi. And Jedi are not as admired here as they once were. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering.
The yawning is unbelievable.
The old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose you're
She knows the Jedi in this place. The Force seems to have gotten me here for a reason.
Indeed, true coincidence seems very rare in the affairs of Jedi. But I should tell you, I feel I must step carefully here. You are not like other Jedi I have known. You seem darker somehow.
True coincidence isn't very dissimilar from pure coincidence. But it is dissimilar enough. Pure coincidence works because, when something is pure, it means it is only that. Whereas when something is true, it doesn't mean that it is only that. In fact, sometimes for something to be truly something, it means it might need to have a little bit of other stuff. When it comes to coincidence, something can be a coincidence and be done on purpose by somebody else. So it can be a coincidence, but not be just coincidence. And she uses true coincidence. I've never heard anybody say that word, but I've seen a lot of people misunderstand what coincidence means. Coincidence just means two things in the same place or at the same time or that are similar. That's the only thing that coincidence means. And it can be just a coincidence when it's not, it's done by chance or it's something, just coincidental, but it can also be something more. And that's what she means. There's no pure coincidences. They're always besmudged by other things. In this case, the Force being a jerk. You would change your appearance too if you were being hunted across the... No, wait. Let's not say that. There was another person there. Oh. Yeah. You would change your appearance too if you were being hunted across the galaxy.
Yes, I understand. Say no more. For good or ill, I feel you are the only one remaining who can help me with the present situation. My friend. Let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
Vrook is the Jedi that we're looking for. He sent for me. He said you'd fill me in on the situation when I arrived.
We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate
He's called Vrook.
and his mercenaries.
Really? Is that simple?
In the Enclave. Jedi business.
It doesn't really matter what it's called. I don't know why she's being secretive.
Level, which isn't without its dangers. And he hasn't returned.
Get to the point.
I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I could use some supplies to ward off the dangers of the ruins, or credits.
From what I know of
not going to ward off credits.
You have all of the equipment you need to deal with the sublevel. I do realize the Jedi Order disbanded, so you must find credits yourself, however. The sublevel is dangerous enough,
but
the salvagers have not managed to properly search it. There are many artifacts of value. Normally, I ask for a percentage of all salvage. In your case, however, you can take whatever you find without the customary tithe. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yes. What was Master Vrock doing for you?
He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic, but recently they've been behaving differently. Vrook was investigating this when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Zeron or myself.
Can you tell me anything more?
I believe I've told you everything I can. Please find and rescue Vrook.
Is there any work I can do here?
There are plenty of opportunities to assist people on Dantooine. Too many, I'm afraid. I would go to the militia headquarters and make your intentions known there. Besides that, just listen and ask around.
Yes, I listen a lot. And I will tell you about Baroon, but in a little bit, because I also don't know where that's ending. I think I don't, because I can't really read the situation very well. Do the people of Dantooine really hate the Jedi?
To most people in the galaxy, the distinction between Sith and Jedi is a blurry one, especially since most Sith were once Jedi. It is complicated by the fact that Malak and Revan were great heroes of the Republic and famed Jedi Knights. But a few years later, they were leading an armada which threatened everyone. And here on Dantooine, the Jedi Enclave provoked a brutal occupation by the Sith. It could have been far worse, but even now the damage has not been fully mended.
Can anything be done about it?
I don't think everyone hates Jedi. If just a few people changed their
that's the
mind
two options in the first...
It could make a great deal of difference. I think that we need the help of the Jedi. If the Jedi's reputation isn't redeemed, the consequences could be quite regrettable. Until then, I would keep your identity secret.
Nah, their reputation doesn't need redeeming. Why would the consequences be... whatever. What was, that's it, I suppose. I'll be going now. Except I will be saving, and I'll be talking to you again.
I hope that you haven't run into any difficulties you couldn't deal with. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yes. Oh, this is more. About Zeron. And now again, I have evidence of Zeron. I believe this is just an entrance to the dialogue. I say, I have evidence, and she asks, which one? And I say, nothing yet. What are the dangers of the sublevel? Let's say that again. What are the dangers of the sublevel?
Like many parts of Dantooine, the sublevel of the Enclave has become infested with dangerous creatures. Large, vicious insects called Lagrex.
I have no idea what the sublevel is. I don't remember it.
Several salvagers have reportedly been injured or killed by the Lagrex. I would expect a Jedi to fare better against the creatures than the salvagers, but Vrook has not returned in some time. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, Baroon believes that Zeron is up to something.
I have no doubt that Baroon means well, but I have every confidence in Zeron. I would ask you to ignore anything Baroon asked of you. He doesn't see the full scope.
Yeah. What is going on?
I realize that I'm asking you for help, but you must also know that I am the head of this nominal government. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to divulge all information to you.
Okay, I'll be going now. Okay, so that didn't go anywhere, which is sort of weird. That it didn't. And this is just the militia. I don't know. I really do think he's evil. I mean, yes, but I think he's... If I do what he asks, I might turn to the dark side even more, which is good. That's where I want to go.
The Administrator's the only hope we have.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me.
Yeah. I have some questions about that, actually.
What do you want to know? If you're really going to help me, I'll tell you anything you want to know about it.
Where's the salvager camp?
It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them.
Yeah, I didn't get to ask that particular question before, but yeah. So, this is a really big area that we absolutely did well in not coming into when we visited Dantooine for the first time. I got really lucky that I found the lightsaber bit, because if I had, then, well, we would have... This way, it's a fresher in our memory, and that's good. We only did talk to this guy over here, the one that wants the dehumidifiers or whatever. He asked. The Kunda Plains over there. No, the Kunda Plains are where we are. This is the Enclave Courtyard. That is the Crystal Cave that we've been to already. And that is another Enclave Courtyard. Let's go this way. Because we'll go through the bridge, and the bridge is pretty. Yeah, medical, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be that for tonight. It is almost 2 a.m. for me. I have to work up. I have to wake up early tomorrow, so that's gonna be that for right now. I'm glad you guys are all having chats and whatnot. I've been sort of trying to follow the chats with the corner of my eye and all that. Thank you so much as always for joining. Thank you very much for the comments. It's really good to you know, to have conversations and all that sort of stuff. Make sure you all stay safe, and I will see you. Ooh, actually, I haven't thought about it. I mean, I have thought about it. I don't know for sure, but the next stream, which is gonna be in 2 days' time, 4 hours before now is when I start. The next stream isn't gonna be Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and it isn't gonna be Fallout New Vegas. Now, Harry is gonna be very upset about this, but I have too many episodes pre-recorded of Fallout New Vegas and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So, the next stream is going to be a new game. And it very well might be Path of Exile. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Either way, thank you for showing up. I will see you again, hopefully. Bye-bye.